It is not a conspiracy or theories, it's the actual truth. Listen closely. This isn't some far off conspiracy. This is the raw, ugly truth, the force you can't dismiss. They have lied to you, conditioned you, kept you weak, and while you slept, they've played their game with you at their feet. It's not a theory, it's a goddamn fact. The elites hold the power, and they never look back. They own the media, the money, the land, and they've been dancing to the tune they demand. You think it's all a story, some made up plot. No, it's the system they've built, and you've been caught. They kept you distracted, addicted, and blind, while they shape your world, write your mind. Don't call it a theory. This is a war, a game of kings. A war for your soul, your power, your wings. They've been robbing you blind behind closed doors, stealing your life while you fight their wars. The power's never been in your hands. It's been in theirs from the start, across the lands. It's the corrupt, the ruthless, the greedy and cold, the ones pulling the strings, the ones controlling the gold. You've been fed lies your whole damn life, and now it's time to cut through the strife. This isn't some fantasy, some made up affair. It's the reality that's too damn raw to bear. It's not just a theory, it's the truth you can't deny. You've been played your whole life, and it's time to ask why. It's not a conspiracy, it's the iron fist that grips the system that owns you, the one that never slips. They've been plotting, manipulating, pulling you down, but it's time you rise, stand, and reclaim your crown. This isn't a theory. This is your war to win. Take back your power. Take back your skin. The truth is clear. It's been right in front of your face, but they've kept you blind, caught in their race. No more excuses, no more lies to hold. The fight's not theory, it's real and it's bold. Now is the time to rise, to break the chains, to fight for yourself, to shed the pains. It's not a conspiracy, it's not a guess, it's the truth, and now you must confess. You've been kept down long enough, made to kneel, but you're a lion, and now you can feel. The power is yours, the moment is now. It's time to take control and show them how. This isn't just talk. This is your war, and you're not backing down. Not anymore. It's not a theory, it's the actual, real, raw truth. And now you're gonna fight. You're gonna break the law. I have a few parables I want you to hear. The first one is the parable of the seed. Once there was a seed planted deep within the earth. Many believed it was lost, buried beneath layers of soil and stone. They whispered that it would never grow and that its potential was merely a dream. But the seed did not listen. It drew strength from the darkness, from the quiet, from the pressure. And when the time came, it broke through the soil, reaching toward the light. Those who had doubted saw it sprout. They questioned how it could grow so tall, so strong, from what they thought was nothing. But the seed had always known. It had never been a dream. It had always been the truth, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. The second parable is the parable of the river. In a village by the river, the elders told stories of a great river that flowed silently beneath the surface. The villagers spoke of it as if it didn't exist, only hearing the sound of the wind and the rustling leaves. They claimed the river was just a figment of their imagination, a distant echo of what might be. But the river, though unseen, was steady and unyielding. It cut through the land, shaping valleys and creating life where there was none. One day the villagers saw the river break through the surface, flooding the fields and nourishing the crops. They asked, "Where did this river come from?" And the answer came in whispers, "It has always been here. It was never a myth, only your disbelief that made it seem so." The third parable is the parable of the lioness. There was a lioness in the forest known for her quiet strength. The other animals, smaller and weaker, often questioned her authority. She's only a shadow of the lion, they would say. She's not as fierce, not as powerful. But the lioness never fought for their approval. She didn't roar or make herself known. She hunted in silence, protected her cubs, and ruled with wisdom. One day a storm came, fierce and wild, threatening the entire forest. The lioness stepped forward, not with a roar, but with a calm certainty. She guided the animals to shelter, protected them from the winds, and brought order when chaos threatened. After the storm passed, the animals bowed before her, recognizing the truth that they had once denied. The lioness had always been the leader. They just hadn't seen it. The fourth parable of the mountain. At the foot of a great mountain there was a town that feared the mountain's height. They believed it to be too dangerous, too impossible to conquer. No one can climb to the top, they would say. It's a myth, an unreachable dream. But one day, a woman from the town decided to climb. She did not seek permission or validation. She knew the mountain was real, and so was her strength. With each step, she faced obstacles, but with every challenge, she grew stronger. When she reached the summit, the clouds parted and the sun bathed her in its golden light. The town, upon hearing of her journey, now understood. The mountain had always been there, and her ability to conquer it had always been within her. The truth was never a myth, it was just waiting to be embraced. The fifth and last parable. This is the parable of the blacksmith. There was a blacksmith who worked tirelessly in his forge, shaping metal into swords and shields. The town people said he will never create the perfect blade. It's impossible to shape something so strong, so sharp. The blacksmith listened to the doubt, but he did not let it break him. He forged each sword with care, hammering out imperfections, shaping them with purpose. One day the blacksmith presented a sword unlike any other, shining with unmatched strength and beauty. The people who had once doubted marveled at it. How did you make this? They asked. He smiled and replied, I did not create it from nothing. It was always here, within the metal. I just had to believe in its strength as I believe in my own. Well, people, that's all for today. Have a great day and be happy and fight for truth and justice. Bye bye.